Am I audible to all of you? Actually, today my network is not working. So first of all of you kindly give me your attendance. Then we will continue with the lecture. Because anytime it will be interrupt. So uh, first of all of you give me your attendance. Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So actually today my network is not working properly. So first of all of you give me your attendance, and then after we will start our lecture. Because anytime it is just reconnecting. That's why. Okay. So roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 43, 44, 45, 46. Don't leave the meeting because we will continue with the lecture. But the thing is that anytime it is just going to reconnect. That's why I'm just taking your attendance first. Okay, so 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, transfer students T1, T2, and D2D students D1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So now we will start. Okay. So the next type is general loader. So now what we are doing in general loader, so let's understand from this figure. Okay, so what happened is that you can see here that they have differentiate the task of translator and loader. You can see the translator is here, that is in the secondary memory, and the loader is in your main memory. Okay, so that first thing is you have to understand is that they have differentiate the task, the conversion of sorry the conversion of assembly language to machine code, that will be done by this translator. And after that, the machine code that should be loaded into your main memory, that task will be done by the loader. So first thing is that they have differentiate the task. So translator will do its own task, that is the translating process, conversion of assembly to machine code. And after getting the machine code, loader will load that machine code, or else we can say object program, into your main memory for the execution purpose. Okay, So, what is the advantages? Why we have to do this? So, advantages is that compared to the assembler, the loader is the loader will require minimum amount of memory. It will consume the less memory comparing to the assembler. So, what is the advantage is that you can save your memory. You can see here. Okay, so that you can save your memory. So that is the first advantage, that we can save our memory because this loader will consume the less amount of memory compared to the assembler. Okay, so we can save the memory compared to the first one, that is your compile and go loader. After that, the second advantage. Now, what is second advantage is what happen in compile and go, that you have to every time reassemble your program. Every time you have to, whenever you have to want to execute, suppose program A. So every time you want to execute it, you have to convert first into the machine code, then you have to execute it. Then you have to load it into the main memory, then it will execute. That process you have to do repeatedly because you are not going to save your machine code. But here you can see that first of all, source program will be given to a translator, that is your assembler. And that assembler will do the conversion, and here you are having an object program, and that object program is stored into your secondary memory. Remember this object program file is saved into your secondary memory, and that's why it is beneficial that whenever suppose you again want to execute this source program, you are having the machine code that is saved. So directly you can get the machine code, you can load it into your main memory. સો પ્રોફિટ ક્યાં થાય છે તમારે કે જે કમ્પાઇલ એન્ડ ગોમાં શું થતું હતું કે એવરી ટાઈમ તમારે મેઇન જે સોર્સ પ્રોગ્રામ છે એને એવરી ટાઈમ મશીન કોડમાં કન્વર્ઝન પણ કરવું પડશે અને એને મેઇન મેમરીમાં લોડ પણ કરવું પડશે. જેટલી વાર તમારે સોર્સ પ્રોગ્રામને એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરવો છે એટલી વખત. બટ અહીંયા શું બેનિફિટ થાય છે that we are storing this object file, we are storing this machine code into our secondary memory. So that again you want to execute your source program, you can directly load your machine code into the main memory. There is no requirement that you have to again convert your program into the machine code because it is already saved. It is already saved. So that is the main benefit of the general loader skill, because we have differentiated our task. Translator will do the translating process, loader will do the loading process. The benefit is that whenever translator will translate your program into the machine code, that machine code will be saved into your secondary storage for program A, program B, program C, program D, whatever. And machine code is saved. That's why the benefit is you do not have to reassemble every time your program. You do not have to reassemble every time whenever you want to execute your program. You can directly take the machine code or object file because it is already saved in secondary storage. So you can directly take it and you can execute it. Loader will directly load it into the main memory and CPU will execute it. Simple. So that is what general loader skill, into which first thing is that you are differentiating the task. Translator will do translating process, loader will do loading process. And second thing is you are just storing the loader into the main memory. So benefit is what, that loader will consume the less amount of memory compared to the assembler. So benefit is that your memory will be saved. So actually today my network is having some issues. Uh, so we are going to conclude this chapter. There is only one absolute loader and relocatable loader. There is only two types are left, and that we can cover into the one lecture. So for today, all of you may leave because every time it will be going to disconnect and reconnect, disconnect and reconnect. So for today, you may leave, all of you. We will conclude this chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.